Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Picking the Lock, where I take popular names from our YouTube community and I sit down with them and I ask them your questions so that you can get to know them just a little bit better. Tonight, my guest is MarKreations Studios. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us where we can find you.
Hey everyone. My channel is of course called MarKreations Studios. Um, it's Transformer stop motion animation. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just a stop motion animator that has a lot of subscribers.
At this point, we'd like to.
There's really nothing special about me.
Well, obviously, some people like something you're doing. At this point, we'd like to ask the live chat as we go along. Feel free to ask questions. We will gather them at the end. I'll run through some questions on my end, and we'll gather the questions from the audience at the end, and we'll ask them, and he will answer your questions at the end. So as we go along, just fill the chat with questions, and we'll get to them at the end. So, but after saying that, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for coming, and let's get into it.
Excited.
All right. Question number 1. Is there any meaning behind your YouTube pseudonym or like MarKreations? What does that mean?
My name MarKreations Studios. When I first joined in August of 2012, I think. I was quite the YouTuber. I stole TFX Productions' name for one thing. I called myself I think it was TFZ Studios. And everyone caught on very quickly. They're like, "Hey, dude, what the hell's that name for?" You know. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my own thing. So, my family always likes to put two words together, and I put Mark and Creations, and then just Studios because it sounded cool.
Well, that's awesome.
So,
yeah. It sounds like you went through a name change at least once. So it seems like you've settled on what you think works. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So what caused you to get started on YouTube?
Well, I was watching YouTube videos, mainly stop motions from TFX Productions and all that stuff back in I'd say 2008, maybe late 2007. It was right after the first movie came out, and I saw it around the time I had a big surgery, and so my parents got me, like, I'm not even joking, the entire freaking line from the 2007 movie. I have every toy from that line. Which, looking back at it, I don't know if I should be proud about that, but I have more. Yeah, and then I just started making stop motions because I saw TFX Productions stop motions, and I was like, you know what? I want to do this. I want to do this my way. So, yeah, I made stop motions. Oh my gosh. There's a guy in the chat asking if I'm a boy or a girl. Yes, my voice is very, very decisive, yes. Anyway, this is why I don't talk normally on YouTube videos. But yeah, basically I've done stop motions for over 10 years. It's only been recently that I've started actually uploading them to YouTube.
Yeah, that's kind of the same story with me. I had the channel for a long time before I even put anything on it. So,
yeah.
How long? So you've had the channel for a while, but you didn't start uploading. How long have you had your channel? Just like from the day you created it?
The exact day that I created it, was August 31st, 2012.
And then how long
it
did
was,
it take? How long did it take for you to start putting videos up? How long was that gap?
I guess a couple months went by and I started doing behind the scenes videos, like short little stuff like that, and then I just made my first stop motion, which I do not recommend you watch. You do not want to gouge your eyes out. It is the worst thing ever. I don't know if you've seen it, Hunter, but it is the most cringy.
I can't remember if I've seen it or not.
Yeah, well, it's stupid. That's why I remade it. But anyway, it wasn't my year.
Most content creators are like, my first video, just don't watch it. I think everybody is that way.
Yeah.
Which raises our next question. During your, I mean, it's coming up. So right now it's 2018. So you're looking at 5 years. Coming up on 5 years of doing YouTube. In that time, what have you learned, content wise? Just being on the internet wise. Like what are some lessons that you've learned being on the internet for 5 years now?
Well, me on the internet, learn to let people get on your nerves when people are asking you weird. You know, set some YouTube comments where it's just like, why are these guys asking these? Why are these guys saying this? This is random stuff. Always got on my nerves, and lately been trying to ignore them and stuff.
All right. Next up, have you noticed any? Well, I mean, obviously, you say your first video was a little rough. Have you noticed any significant changes in your content over these past few years? And like, what would you say is the biggest thing that's changed for you?
Biggest change. Let's see. Biggest change. Project MSC started updating my game. Around, I stopped making every single line a joke. Because I used to be a comedian type of meter, much like you and Kyle. You guys would work, by the way. But it's very wasn't my thing. So I decided to go a little darker, more like Transformers Prime type of style. I think that was more everything like that.
Yeah, you shifted to a more dark tone recently.
Yeah.
Okay, I like those kind of stories. So, is there, looking back to when you started your channel or even started uploading, is there any advice that you would give your younger self that you think would be like invaluable knowledge to know? Like, what would you have told yourself if you could?
Oh, one thing I'd tell myself, don't worry. Which is what I tell myself today. Yeah, so I guess that's irrelevant. No, I would tell my younger self that he's a Transformers fan. Because a lot of fans, when they're little kids, because the movies are, everyone classifies, oh, movies are stupid. That means Transformers is stupid. Makes sense. Yeah, I guess that's all I'd say to him.
I will say I'm not sure.
Along with don't upload that video, Mark. Anyway.
Let's see here. Next up, are there any aspirations, like specifically relating to your YouTube channel? Are there any aspirations that you have yet to achieve?
I have always wanted to be a filmmaker, like a real filmmaker.
Yeah. So this is kind of like
I've always wanted to be kind of something I wanted to do before I became a filmmaker, and I'm not planning on becoming as big as like horror like that. I'm just on here to practice, okay, guys? I don't want to be too big.
practice makes perfect.
Yeah. Maybe I'll make a Transformer movie. That will be way better than the ones we have. Fucking hate you, Michael Bay.
Now, in terms of YouTube, are there any upcoming in development type projects that you'd like to throw out there?
Future projects. Well, I am planning on expanding my universe of stop motion and making a prequel type of stuff, and also been I at one point wanted to make StarCraft videos, which is a video game that I'm into, and really poorly, so I just stopped doing them. I still keep on making videos, I just don't upload them anymore. But I like doing sound effects. That's what videos were for. They were me adding new sound effects to old cartoon stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that might be what I become. I might become a sound designer when I grow up. That might be what I am.
Yeah. So you like doing sound dubbing and Foley for old cartoons? There's probably a market for that. That could be a career.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any projects that you've got in the works right now that involve that specific thing, or are you just kind of still playing around with stop motion?
I'm just for now. I was just working on shadow play and all the other stop motions of Transformers. Not really.
All right. So now we'll segue into some questions about, I don't know if you've heard of them. They're these things called transformers. From what I understand, they're pretty cool. So, what's been your favorite line of Transformer toys so far?
Favorite line. Ooh. Masterpiece Transformers will always caught my eye.
Masterpiece.
The movie masterpieces mixed for me, but for the most part, I really like them, mostly because they look cool.
Right. Now, is there any specific movie masterpiece that's got your eye that you were like, okay, I've got to have that?
Masterpiece Rodimus when it first came out, and here I am holding him right now, and but I'm still glad I had him.
Hey. So, who's your favorite, like, all time? It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be just G1. All time out of any series. Who's your favorite Transformers character? It's a tough one.
Tough one. Half of me just wants to come up with a random name that everyone forgets, like Mind Wipe or something.
Just a really out there.
Whoa, never heard of that guy. Really loved Ironhide. Always liked him.
Ironhide's a good character. Now, when you think Ironhide, what is the word that, like, well, not really the word. What is the picture of Ironhide in your head? Are you thinking G1? Are you thinking movie? Like, which one pops in your head when you say Ironhide?
Well, a lot of, I guess I'm more or less thinking about the movies.
Yeah.
A few things about the movies that were good was Ironhide was the only character that had any type of personality, and he was pretty cool. Even then, he was kind of dulled down later on, but hey, he was pretty badass.
And then Sentinel killed him. And we all sighed.
Yeah, Slayer, I was like, oh my god, my Ole, really? Okay, next time he's gonna be crap. Anyway, yeah, he won Ironhide's also a really great one. Ironhide, he's pretty cool. IDW, they're all pretty cool. I've always liked Ironhide.
He's a good character. He seems pretty linear. It's not some characters, you know, you go in and out of different series and they have different personalities. Ironhide tends to be Ironhide, and there's really only him. He's the second lieutenant. He's a rough and gruff, you know, war guy, and you know, there's no change in it. So I think that's pretty neat how throughout the years Ironhide stayed the same. So
I really, yeah, I agree. I think almost all the Ironhides are the exact same, except for the Transformers Energon Ironhide.
Oh, yeah. I see.
The reason why I hate the Transformers from Ironhide is because I like a different Transformer and they just fucked him up.
He's, yeah, I forgot about him, and for good reason.
Oh, yes, Kyle, you're awesome. Hey, Optimus! Should I let the ship cows know where we are?
I'm gonna have to bust it out. A scrapbook? I want to see it. I have a scrapbook of my own.
Oh, damn! Oh, man. Those stop missions are amazing, guys. You guys are amazing at what you guys do.
Well, he does all the hard work.
I know, but
you just get to do the silly voices.
Get those silly voices and part of writing. All
right, so the next question I've got here, and this is always a good one. What has been the hardest figure for you to obtain to get in your collection, and what's the story behind it?
Let's see. Masterpiece Grimlock or this really big Grimlock that I got. Not Masterpiece Grimlock. Both Grimlock's really hard to get, but this one's like it's an upscaled, like 50 centimeters tall, Age of Extinction Leader Grimlock. Mainly because I wanted him to be scaled with, you know, my big collection.
Yeah.
But, I really don't like him now, so I kind of want to sell him. But, well, he's a KO, and his plastic is bad, but it was really hard to get him, and at the time I really liked him.
Yeah.
As for, Masterpiece Grimlock, that thing was like $400. Took me forever to find one, and they finally released him, I think in 2014. So I finally got him in the 30th anniversary edition for just $100. So
cool.
Pretty good deal, and I to this day really like the figure.
Yeah, Masterpiece are great. What's the next figure on your wish list? Like, if you could go out tomorrow and get anything, like just one figure, what would it be?
This new Alien Attack Dino Mirage.
Right, the movie Mirage.
Mainly because I need a deluxe Mirage that's not a custom repaint of Smokescreen from Transformers Prime.
Right. It blows my mind how people think that passes, because it's not really that close.
It's not that close, I know. I bought it so that I could have the character, but I really don't like the custom that much. So I plan on selling it like $200 or something on eBay someday. but when you do stop motions, you always want to keep your figures because you never know when you want to film a flashback scene or something.
That's true. Here's another good one. I always love the stories behind this. Actually, this question is what spurred on that video of mine last year. Are there any figures that you regret getting rid of or that you didn't purchase in the store?
Any figures that ones that I have bought or have not yet bought.
Like, is there a figure in recent memory that you sold off and you now regret getting rid of it, or you saw it in the store, decided to pass on it, and then regretted not picking it up?
That's a tough one. Usually when I see something, I get it. But unless it's Titans Return or something, because I don't hate Titans Return, but for some reason there's just something about it. I guess it's just the heads coming off the headmasters. I don't really like that.
Yeah, everybody is as much love as headmasters get in terms of nostalgia, like, oh, headmasters, yay, nostalgia. It seems like a lot of people, their biggest complaint is the headmaster gimmick. And it was my biggest complaint and still continues to be my biggest complaint.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't like it, but hey, it's a thing. So
hey, whatever.
Whatever, man. It's a thing. It's a thing you can do. Headmasters. Oh yeah, man.
Sometimes people just like their headmasters, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's swing here into the chat. I've been watching it. Y'all kind of don't do a good job at asking questions. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot more. I made a video, and I expected a lot more than what we're getting right now.
That's all right. Just ask us questions. We'll be good. We're gonna start.
Yeah, I'll just go down. You want me to just go down in the list?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk through it and I'll ask them for you. Mighty Mouse, this isn't a question, but Mighty Mouse 1488 says that he's been subbed to you for a long time. So giving him a shout out there.
All right, cool, man.
The Last Night wants to know if you've seen the third-party movie Brawl.
I have, yes. It looks like I'm assuming he means like the model kit that was just announced.
Yeah, I think it's the one that doesn't transform.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I might pick it up. It looks really good. I don't usually get DMKs, but it does look really good.
The Last Night also wants to know if you want some propane.
You know what? I could use some propane about now.
Propane.
No. Next question.
WWE Fan 01 wants to know, where do you see yourself in 10 years from now on YouTube?
10 years from now on YouTube. Hopefully I'll be off YouTube by then and I'll have moved on with my life and actually become a man instead of a weird doofus that stays in his mom's basement taking pornographic pictures of his Transformers.
Jeez. Savage levels just hit the roof.
No, but seriously though, I do hope I get better with my stuff I don't want to become famous or anything, but I do want to become a movie maker at some point. But if I am still on YouTube, the stop motion stuff better be better. Just saying.
AHM1K wants to know, how do you come up with your fight choreography for your stop motions?
Let's see. Well, what I usually do is I film the beginning of a battle, I filmed like them walking towards each other, like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you! Oh, I hate you so much!" and all that stuff. And then I filmed them just charging at each other, and they start hitting each other. And I usually only film a little bit of their battle at once. I filmed the end of it, and then after that, I film the middle part. That's usually what I do, actually. So I usually, because what I do is I just film the short end of the battle, and because then I can later on be like, oh, okay, I want him to upward kick a couple more times, or I want him to dodge, or I want him to use this weapon that he almost never uses, that kind of stuff.
That's an interesting tactic, because you fill out the beginning and then you fill out the end, and then you just kind of color in the middle with whatever you want. That's interesting.
Yeah, I've always done that. It's always been better than just, because my first 2 seasons, honestly, the battle was horrible. So yeah, it's something I came up with a couple years back.
WWE Fan 01 wants to know, will you release an official behind the scenes?
I will. Yes, man. I will one day release. Yeah, in like a couple of weeks, I'll probably release a video with my collection. WWE Fan and I are friends on Hangout, so I told him that I'd be making a collection video back. So yeah, that's something I will be doing. Don't worry, I will do that. No. Yeah, man, it's yeah, I'm totally gonna do that one of these days. I promise. Once I can get all my Transformers together in one place for 2 minutes without picking one up and playing with it, yes, I'll do it.
Blue Archer 12 Productions says, "Hey Mark, what do you think of Power of the Primes?"
Let's see. It's kind of mixed for me. I never really liked Combiner Wars Titans Return Power of the Primes lines. Honestly, the reason why is, I don't know, they just seemed a little small. The ones seemed really, really disproportionate. The Optimus Prime Leader Class one looks really good, though. I'll say that.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool. The only thing I'm concerned about, and me and Kyle talked about this in a video not too long ago, is we think the leaders are the only ones doing it right. But I hear a lot of complaints in the community that the leader class figures have a very big quality problem where they're not sturdy. And I just really feel like that's going to suck after a while.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to stop watching the anime. I can't have toppling over every 5 seconds.
That'll be a problem, especially if it's kids playing with these things, because they're going to break.
Oh, yes. They won't break.
Hoist in Hollywood wants to know, what are your thoughts on the Machinima Transformers series?
Honestly, I've only seen the Combiner Wars one, and only halfway through. I only have this to say. One of these days, you'll find out how to make that cartoon. Until then, I'd give up, because these are kind of crappy. That's my thoughts.
Yeah. I've seen Combiner Wars and Titans Return all the way through. And
really, what do you think of
it? They are trying really hard to be something that they are just not. And I'm not sure where the disconnect is. It's probably bad writing. But it blows my mind at how bad the whole story is. I mean, it just feels like they threw a bunch of toys on a table and were like, here, do something with these. And that's what they did.
Shame word of the nutshell.
Yeah, well, but they did it well in the 80s.
Well, yeah, I know, but still. Gotta admit, that's what she one was. It was just 20-minute special commercials, but
Yeah.
I'm not dissing G1, by the way. I love G1, so. But yeah.
Yep. I mean, you're not wrong. Hoist in Hollywood also wants
I
to know
can't prove that I'm right.
what's your favorite thing outside of Transformers?
Craft. It's a really good video game that I just love to play.
StarCraft?
Yeah.
Good.
Star Wars, I guess I kind of like. I also think Star Wars is overrated. Bite me, internet, bite me.
I could kind of see where your thoughts are coming from there.
Yeah. I guess this is, I mean, I like Marvel, DC, and stuff like that.
Prowl 1005 Stop Motion Master wants to know what's your favorite figure of the year in 2017?
Figure of the year. Let me think. Does KO count?
KO can count. That's fine.
Okay, good. The oversized Voyager TLK Megatron. He's my favorite. He's my homie. He's my homie.
You say Weijang Megatron?
Yeah, Weijang. Yep.
Is that the oversized Voyager?
Yeah.
Okay. WWE Fan 01 asks, if you were to go back into the past and redo anything, what would it be?
Let me think. I'd probably redo season 1. My stop wishes. That's what I did.
All right. I've reached the end of the chat. If there's anything else, go ahead and ask it now or forever hold your questions. Okay. Hoist in Hollywood. Where do you get inspiration for stop motions? And do you get inspiration from anything that's not Transformers?
I do, yes. I get a lot of inspiration from just regular YouTube videos, music videos. I really do enjoy the sorry, I'm just reading the chat.
That's all right.
Yeah, I get inspiration from like really cool like cartoons and stuff, like the Rick and Morty or something, or Avatar: Last Airbender. I don't know. Stuff like
that. Let's see. Prowl 1005. Who was your favorite character to write for in Transformers Project Nemesis?
Definitely Lockdown. Main reason why is because after season 1, Lockdown became my personal favorite because of what Kyle brought to the character, and I love animating Lockdown. I just love having him like stick his big fat head up and be like, I'm better than you. It's just in Kyle's voice, and it's just so hilarious.
Kyle's Lockdown was pretty phenomenal.
Yes, I really love his Lockdown.
WWE Fan 01 asks, do you plan on doing your own Marvel universe in the future?
I might. No promises.
Hoist in Hollywood wants to know, are you username ladiesman217?
I am usually ladiesman217.
Where are the glasses?
Where? I don't know, I saw them! That should have been the end of it all.
Foxy asked, who is your favorite character? We've already discussed who his favorite Transformers character was. He said Ironhide, but let's just throw it out there. Other than Transformers, what's your favorite character of anything?
Favorite character? Like, does that include Transformers or other than Transformers?
It can, but we already established it was Ironhide, so just kind of fishing for a different answer.
All right. Different answer. I guess I could also say, I've always loved, Thundercracker from C1.
Thundercracker's cool. His colors are always very cool.
Right. Yeah, I like
WWE Fan 01, do you prefer G1 or Beast Wars?
I prefer Beast Wars. Mainly because I love Beast Wars and I kind of grew up with it, so that's why. But I love G1 too, don't get me wrong. But it's kind of my thing.
Foxy wants to know, which movie do you prefer, The Last Night or Age of Extinction?
Oh gosh, Age of Extinction. I hated Last Night.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you there. Age of Extinction was a marginal improvement. Doesn't mean it's a great movie, but it definitely is better than The Last Night by a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying Age of Extinction is perfect, but it sure as hell is better than Last Night. Anything is better than Last Night. It's Justice League is better than Last Night. I mean, okay, you want to know what I would rather see than Last Night? The Room minus the funny. That is better than the Last Night. You know what I mean?
Last Night was rough. I'd made a tradition of going and seeing the first three movies. I went and saw at midnight. And then the fourth one I didn't go see it at midnight. I actually went and saw it much later. The fifth one, I haven't even seen the fifth one in theaters at all. The only time I have watched the fifth Transformers movie is illegally online, and I'm okay to admit that because I feel like their work doesn't deserve a ticket.
It does not. Believe me, it does not. It's the worst movie ever. I hated it so much. I can rant about it for hours, but I'd rather not spend your time. So, next question.
Prowl 1005. Have you seen Transformers Animated? And if so, do you enjoy it?
Oh my god, yes. I have seen Transformers Animated, and I love it. Yes.
For Christmas this year, I finally got the complete series on DVD in that box set, and I've been going. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, man, I've been planning on picking that up. I really love it.
It's like $30 on Amazon. I've been waiting for the price to come down, and it finally reached a point where I was like, okay, I'll ask for this. And yes, it's so good.
Yeah, I love cartoons. I think it's short-lived. A great cartoon, all the same.
Hoist in Hollywood says, thanks for making the video on your channel because he started watching Lockbot. That's me. Videos, and they're really good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like what I do. Prowl 1005 says, do you like Beast Machines?
I have mixed views on Beast Machines, but I like it mainly because it's based on Cybertron, and that's something that we've never seen before besides ending half of Transformers Energon, which fuck Energon. So
and the Transformers Prime Predacons Rising that took place almost entirely on Cybertron.
Oh yes. So that movie was great. Yeah, I like Beast Machines, but I did not like the organic is amazing type of speech that Optimus gave in every episode. It kind of got boring, but for the most part, it was good.
Blue Arter 12 says, what do you think of YouTube 2017? Are we talking about like the current climate of what YouTube is right now? Or are you talking about the rewind video? because the rewind videos are garbage.
To 2017. You know what? I only have this to say. That's what I have to say.
Oh man, honestly, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm really worried about YouTube right now, and I mean, I'm not reliant on it for monetary anything. Like YouTube is just a hobby. So if it goes under, I mean, it'll be a sad day, but it won't be detrimental. But I do know there are people who are financially reliant on YouTube, and I really worry for them because things just seem to be getting so much worse and they don't fix it. And until I think really things aren't going to get better until there's a competitor to hold YouTube accountable. But the thing is, YouTube is owned by Google, and Google is so big, I just don't know if we're going to get there.
Yeah, probably never will. I will say, though, with this whole Roman Paul stuff, I'm just going to say right now, 2018 is going to be a rough year. Yeah, it's going to be worse than 2017, which 2017 was the worst year of my life, so.
Hold on. Okay, WWE fan 01. If you were to tell yourself something, what time period would it be, the past or the future, and what would you tell yourself and why? Oh. Yeah, okay. So if you could pass along vital information to yourself, would you travel to the past or to the future? First and foremost.
I would travel to the past for personal reasons.
Okay.
Ma'am.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
Foxy wants to know which Bumblebee figure is better if you're comparing Age of Extinction or the Last Night Bumblebee.
Okay, I'm assuming that you're talking about the Age of Extinction repaint. Because if it wasn't, I would obviously pick the Last Night Deluxe class. However, I'm pretty sure that you're talking about the repaint. So, Age of Extinction because it paints better.
Yeah, I don't have the Last Night Bumblebee. I've never seen him. I kind of wanted to get him because I liked the car. But I do have an Age of Extinction Bumblebee. I actually got rid of mine and then managed to get another one. And I really like the Age of Extinction Deluxe Bumblebee. And I just because I like that design. He's less of the traditional Bumblebee. I like the more muscular, athletic look to him. That in the most candid way I can say that. I thought he looked better than the big car chest and the big wing doors. I just like the way he looked in Age of Extinction better. And so I think the toy looks really good. So I can't compare it, but I like the Age of Extinction Deluxe a whole lot.
Yeah.
Prowl 1005 says, what the Last Night figures do you own and do you enjoy them?
I only own 3. 4 if you count the KO oversized Megatron.
Yeah,
I love the oversized Megatron, and it's basically the exact same figure as the regular. And I'd say why should Megatron for a regular figure? I have Deluxe Class Barricade, who is literally a shell former. I do not like Deluxe Class Barricade. I do not recommend anyone pick him up. I think he is stupid, and I think he is a waste of money. I really didn't like him. I mean, I don't know, I love Barricade, but I really wanted to like him. I liked him okay in the movie. But no, my toy's bad. Toy's really bad. However, I do have Deluxe Class Berserker, and he's alright. I repainted him, so he looks even better now. But Yeah, he's alright.
All right, I'm gonna call.
I'm not
Got one
sure
more.
if I have any.
This is a super deep question, and I'm just the reason I'm calling it after this is because it's so deep. So we I don't know if we can get much further than this. And WWE Fan 01 asks, if you were in charge of YouTube, what would you do to fix it?
Damn straight, that's deep.
I mean, yeah, I don't. There's no coming back from that one.
Yep, no. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good way to answer that. Let's see here. Well, for starters, I would change all this monetization stuff back to how it was before. I would make sure nothing gets uploaded to YouTube, like the weird video that Logan Paul did. I would just make sure it's an altogether better site. And unlike YouTube, if you're watching YouTube, I would answer people's questions when they contact you. And I would attempt to help them out instead of saying, we have services. La 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 la. You know, stuff like that. So yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much to say except for I think everything that's wrong with it. So
there's really no good way to answer
again.
without being involved with, because there's a lot of factors at play. YouTube in it of itself is a business and it has to make money. So without looking at their income and their expenses and without seeing their cash flow, you really can't judge what would be a good move for the website to make in terms of business. Because if YouTube goes out of business, then we're all kind of done. However, from the outside looking in, if I were to make changes, the first and most important change I would make would be to improve the rules to where they're fair and equal to everyone, because certain people get away with certain things that other people don't get away with at all. And I think that there is a gap in terms of fairness. If you're a smaller channel, you're punished more for that than if you're a larger channel and you bring in ad revenue out the wazoo for the website. So I understand why they're doing it, because they're lining their pockets. And wouldn't you want to do that if you were in their position? But what it does is ultimately it hurts the smaller people. And I think that first and foremost, we just need fair and equal rules for everybody. The structure is already in place. We just have to enforce it.
Yeah.
Says a guy who knows nothing about how YouTube works financially.
Yeah. Well, I know even less. And I watch YouTube videos all the time, so that says something about both of us.
So yeah, at that point, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank you all so very much for your questions, and thanks for joining us. We were rocking up to the point. We were rocking 8 viewers consistently, and so that's pretty good. I'm very sorry that I haven't done an interview like this in a while. It's been a crazy few months, but I'm glad to be back and doing this. And thank you all for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for participating in our live chat. Thank you, MarKreations Studios, for being here. You want to go ahead and tell us where to find you? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whatever. Where can we find you? And then we'll get ready to sign off here.
All right. Let's see.
Uh-oh. I think I lost him. His audio cut out big time. Yeah, I think his mic. Okay. So he just got dropped out of the call, but that's okay. Check him out, MarKreations Studios on YouTube. Definitely go, and I'm sure most of you that are here are subscribed to him already, but if you're not, go check him out. He does great stop motion work. Go hit the subscribe button. Tell him we sent you. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know who the next interview is going to be. I would absolutely love to get some more people in here. If you're interested in doing an interview, find me on Facebook, lockbotCRM on Facebook. It's very easy. And you can send me a message and we'll work on setting you up with an interview. I'm very interested in talking to people and hearing where they come from. This is something that I enjoy doing, just sitting down talking to people and answering good old questions. But yeah, other than that, I see he's trying to get back in here, but just in case, thank you guys for watching. We'll hopefully do this again soon. And who knows, the next interview could be you. So let me know. Yep. Go subscribe to MarKreations. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you later.